Hello everyone, we are Carmen and Rajae from Archi Teachers Group, and today we are going to do a kind of role play presenting this task. So let's start. So Rajae, first of all, what is a teacher?
Well, along humankind history, the teachers were the masters, the owners of knowledge. So they had to transmit this knowledge to the students without caring about their needs.
But what about nowadays?
Nowadays, children are not anymore empty recipients. They are full of motivations, abilities, talents, and our role is to make this grow and grow constantly.
That's true, but to make this grow, we have to be aware that not only students learn, but teachers learn too.
And why that, Carmen?
Well, teachers learn day by day because they need to promote the personal learning environment of all of the children. So the task of the school is to promote learning constantly.
And you know that learning depends on the context as well as the organization to promote the coordination between all the members of the community.
Yes, that's true. So now let's take a look at the schools that learn. First of all, we've got a school organization which has a lot of connections between them. Do you know them?
Not really, please remind me.
So, connections with peers, why? Because teachers work together, so they need to work together to collaborate and so on. Within learning, why? Because the aim of the school is to learn. They want to teach and to learn. Within the learning context, why? Because when it is the environment, so when you go inside the classroom, it is the activities, the relationship between the teacher and the students, between the students, and also complexity theory. This one is the most important one because it involves all of the relationships inside the school. So it involves relationship between students, between teachers, and also between parents. So everyone can participate inside the school.
Okay, now I got it. And did you remember that inside the school organization we have primary school and secondary ones, isn't it?
Yep.
And in the primary schools, they have a horizontal way of learning. What's the meaning of that? That there is a level of team where all teachers are working together in order they coordinate only the concept on the same level. We have 2 levels, 3 years each one. They call tramos nowadays. And they have another type of coordination, which is the teaching staff. That's all the teachers that teaches one only single group of students which are coordinated.
But it is not the same in secondary schools. Why? Because they have departments. And what are departments? Departments are made by teachers which are specialized in one subject. So they have a vertical way of learning, which means that they care about the subject. So they focus on the subject. So they coordinate all together in order to not to teach the same contents through the years.
Okay, and also we have here learning organization, which improves the education, that enables us to adapt to the changes of the society, as you know, ICTs, for example. And this has to do with connections with the learning context. Why? Because the child is dealing with constant innovations, you know, and for that reason, it's very important for him the interaction with others so he can learn.
That's true, but also diversity and redundancy. Why? Because new things come to the school and the old ones need to be forgotten. For example, like tablets and textbooks, where textbooks are more or less forgotten.
Yeah.
We have also got balancing randomness or deterministic order, which means that you have to decide what to change and what not. Moreover, we've got here learning communities. Learning communities is the relation between everyone involved in the school. So they need to trust each other, they need to collaborate, to communicate, also to provide some feedback, some problem solving, critical thinking, and moreover to be creative.
You know that this has to do with the context of a complex organization because all the levels have to be coordinated and also to foster the different types of connections with the learning context, with peers, teachers, students, and through this connections, knowledge is emerged.
True. And now let's take a look at collaborative work. Why? Because teachers should all work together in order to share the materials, their ideas, to create projects, and to share some feedback and to try to improve themselves in order to increase a student's learning. So this is connected to peers, as I said before, teacher-student. Why? Because this one is really important because students need to achieve a meaningful learning. So the teacher here plays a really important role. And emerging knowledge through connections. Why? Because when you work with someone, they can also tell you other things, so you can learn. Also, you can make a search on the internet or maybe do a research. So this is really important too.
And Carmen, as you know, nowadays we rely on ICTs and the importance of ICTs because they give us so many tools that we can achieve our aims, our shared aims as just one single community. And apart from that, and besides that, it enables us to widen our social network so we can learn from others beyond the surrounding walls.
Yes, but what is informal learning? Informal learning is where individuals focus on their own learning tasks. So their strategies and approaches are oriented by the beliefs, their values, the histories, and prior socialization.
And this informal learning has to do with within learning. Why? Because now context knowledge is constructed. Because why? Because as we depart from the interests and motivations of the students, we are not imposing them the knowledge.
Well, Rajae, this is really difficult, but one thing is sure, that everything is connected inside the school. So one simple change can make a very big difference. So,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
everyone.